그래서 방에 있으면 막 그런 생각도 해요. 사람들이 왜 우리 좋아해 줄까? 막 이런. 다들 열심히 하고 그런 것도 있지만 사실 열심히 안 하는 사람이 어디 있어. 다 좋은 음악 만들고 열심히 하려고 하는데 왜 우리 좋아해 줄까?
Hey there, mere mortals! Your favorite celestial feline god, SOZU, has descended from the astral lounge to bestow some divine knowledge upon y'all. And no, I did not suddenly have the Zoom at 3 a.m. Today, I'm diving into the world of K-pop to unravel the mystique of BTS and how they snatched wigs and dominated the K-pop game. There are a lot of components contributing to BTS's success, but personally, I think the last one is the deciding factor. Number 1. Embrace the power of social media. So the tea is, way back in the day, the big three K-pop companies, YG, SM, and JYP, were the total main characters in the Gen 2 idol scene. But the world ain't all rainbows and unicorns, and if you weren't from the big three, you were basically treated like the background friend in a teen movie. Ignored. That was BTS's life. No TV invites, no big show appearances, and this is a big deal because companies need to attract new fans to make more bread. Heck, every K-pop group even has a designated member to go on a variety show and try to make themselves as entertaining as possible and sometimes humiliated just to get clout for their group. The fact that BTS was ripped off TV appearances just because they are from an unknown company is unfair. Major ouch, right? But did BTS soak in a corner? Nope, they said thank you next and started vibing on YouTube. Honestly, in 2013 to 2015, they were the kings of content, slaying on the social media game better than everyone else. BTS leveraged YouTube not just as a platform, but as a launchpad. They offered an unfiltered view into their lives, from rehearsals to meals to dorm life. Their tenacity to face off adversity was evident as they created their narrative and YouTube became their global stage. Oh, and fam, if I recall correctly, because even gods have memory issues sometimes, BTS were the OGs of idol vlogging and live streams. Big brain move, to be honest. They turned their lemons into some bomb lemonade by mass-producing online content. Not to mention, they saved us from those low-key sus pirated sites with sketchy ads. Gross. BTS's content was like a breath of fresh air, easily accessible, and sub from the jump. Number 2. Everyone loves the underdog. Like Leslie and Ann once said,
everyone loves a good comeback story, right?
like the Mighty Duck and Robbie Downey Jr., now you can add BTS into their list. BTS goes way back when they were still called
방탄소년단.
During this time, they had a few charted songs like Boy in Love and War of Hormones, but nothing won first place on the music program like M Countdown or Inkigayo. And I kinda understand why. The K-pop scene was disjointed with the repeated concepts like cute, bubbly for girl groups, and hip-hop cool boy images. BTS one fell into that hole, but everything changed with I Need You, the song that was an absolute banger. On top of that, I Need You was not just a track, but it was a chapter to their most beautiful moment in life sagas. It wasn't just about cool beats or snazzy moves, though let's be real, they had those in spades. BTS was out here serving up soul food. Songs like Save Me, Run, and Wings weren't just tracks, they were chapters in a grand narrative about youth, despair, hope, and dreams. And fam, they did not shy away from the dark stuff. They tackled the pressures of society, mental health struggles, and the chaotic whirlwind of growing up, which all young adults can relate to, especially the Korean youth. One of my all-time BTS works is Spring Day. The lyrics revolve around themes of loss, longing, grief, and moving on. And even though BTS never confirmed this, but many believe Spring Day is inspired by the 2014 Seoul ferry disaster. A disaster where 304 individuals drowned in a capsized ferry traveling to a resort on Jeju Island, 250 of them being high schoolers. As they were waiting for help that never came, the captain and some crew members left and told the students to stay and wait for officials, who would not make it in time to save them. One of the reasons I connected to BTS's music is because of how they speak from the heart and on issues they care about. In many interviews by the group, they talk about how they feel passionate about these causes, and how they always have a song that speaks about social cause in every album. It's like they crack open the Gen Z hive mind and sang the collective feels of a generation. It wasn't just relatable, it was a vibe. BTS really did pioneer bringing storytelling into their work of art. Number 3, the serendipity of timing. Listen, I've seen a lot from up here, and let me spill some universal tea. Timing. It's everything in BTS. They totally snatched that perfect timing opportunity. In a TED Talk, Bill Gross, who is known as Bond King, did research on what factor accounted for the most success of tech unicorns such as Uber, YouTube, and Instagram. And the finding was shocking because the number one thing is timing, which accounted for 42% of the difference between success and failure. When One Direction went on their break in 2015, yeah, I'm still salty about that, there was this massive void. And guess who was ready to slide in and snatch our hearts? Yep, BTS. With their already rising stardom in 2016 to 2017, BTS didn't just fill the gap, they owned it. Sure, we have talked about how talented BTS are and they are undeniable hard workers, but there is one undeniable fact. One Direction had us in a chokehold. Their influence was compared to that of the Beatles. With the Western music scene feeling the absence of boy bands, BTS emerged as the vanguard of a new wave. Their rise wasn't just timely, it was also cosmic. Just like all major pop starter packs where you gotta have a devoted fangirl army, BTS has their own fan base, literally called ARMY, a significant catalyst in their rise. The ARMY wasn't a mere fan base. They were promoters, defenders, translators, and all above, believers. They championed BTS, a grassroots movement propelling them into dizzying heights. And with the ARMY fandom going full beast mode promoting them, it was like the universe aligned for this K-pop takeover. One special thing about ARMY is that we are all culturally diverse, meaning that we yearn for representation in mainstream media, and BTS did just that. We all remember when BTS made history in 2017 and won Billboard's top social artists. This is a major milestone for a K-pop group, but trigger warning, there's another group that has won the hearts of Western audiences before. It was Big Bang in 2011 MTV EMA, who won the Best Worldwide Act award as representatives of the Asia-Pacific region with over 58 million votes. But here's where the plot thickens. Big Bang failed to achieve what BTS had done so well, bringing in cameos.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Let me tell you how excited I was when I saw Hannah Montana making an appearance on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I love those star-crossed episodes. It was the same excitement when BTS first collabed with Steve Aoki on Mic Drop to Boy in Love, with Halsey that charted everywhere. It was like my two worlds collided, one where it was so abundantly shown on TV, Disney, and Billboard, and one that lives inside my smartphone YouTube screen that I spend hours listening to without knowing what the heck the lyrics are about, but best believe that I'm vibing to every minute of it. It was a whirlwind of talent and culture, and a Western music scene kinda thirsty for something fresh. BTS was like that first sip of bubble tea on a hot day, refreshing, delightful, and leaving you craving more. BTS's rise wasn't just a happy accident, it was a combo strategy, grit, creativity, and authenticity. While their management deserves some kudos for navigating the starry seas of the music biz, the real MVPs, BTS themselves. All I gotta say is bad bitches stream Jungkook's new single, so go ahead!